Greetings and salutations from Camp Serenity. As you know, I'm Dave the Barn Boy. Crazy bastard. I'm in my new habitat, my temporary abode. Yes, I've got plastic and stuff and glass windows. I don't know how much of this you can see because I'm not looking at the camera. I'm just giving it whatever, okay? Just to kind of get an idea. I look back on it later and it gives me ideas even more. Things that I want to talk about that I wouldn't remember if I didn't do what I just did. Right now I'm standing out on my little balcony, and because it's so bright I can't see myself. I'm placing the camera in a tree. There we go. Okay, so I'm camped out right behind here, and that's kind of where I'm working. Planning on putting in a lot of plants this year. I've been looking through my seeds, watching the rodents, particularly rats, mice, things like that. Looking forward to snakes and weasels returning. I was going through some of the garbage just over there earlier, and as I cleaned off the top level, I was amazed at how much dirt had accumulated underneath and how freaking beautiful the soil is. It smells good. There's lots of things starting to grow on it, and just for the record, I grew a couple of marijuana plants just over yonder here last year. I think there was like 3 or 4 of them that were outstanding, okay? And I left them until well after the first snowfall. As I harvest them, I've got some of the powder and loads of seeds. But here's the beautiful part. I was just over there today. It's April 2nd, I think. April 1st or April 2nd, I can't remember. I'll check on that later. But I went over and there's like a dozen seeds have already sprouted. And they're up just, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Where's the camera? Oh, there's the camera. Yeah, they're about, an inch or so tall. And I was pretty thrilled by that. And I'm looking at a record amount of plants, just wild, whatever they are, growing all over the place. And I've took note of some particular species like dandelion, burdock. I can't remember the name of that other one. And there's another one down here that I have no idea what it's called. I've never been able to find any. It's a yellow. It's got a beautiful leaf. Tastes absolutely horrible, by the way. But it grows really thick and lush. And it started a few years ago. It was just one plant barely hanging on. And I watched it go to 2 plants, 3 plants. And then this year there's like 30 of them. And they're halfway down the hill. It's like, yes. So it's starting to naturalize. And I'm realizing, this wouldn't happen if we kept putting things in the dump. It may look ugly. And I've come into a spot with a lot of noise. I can't even, I don't know if it works in the camera where it blocks that. But anyway, I'm going to have to end this real quick. YouTube won't let me upload. So I just want to give a quick update that everything's going okay here. Never fast enough, right? But at the speed of nature, how fast is fast? I mean, we can't keep up with it. So my main point was the health of the soil. I've seen soil that has gone from 10 years ago when I got here. I dig in the ground a little bit to try and start a garden, and nothing would grow, first of all. Or if it did, it was pathetic. And last year I started getting some really good growth on a lot of different things, including potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, like vegetables and things I can eat. Not a large quantity, but enough that, wow, I see the potential. And after seeing those seeds naturally regenerate this year for the marijuana, which I understood in this climate that don't happen, and they've come up on their own. Now, yes, they're from a strain of seed that me and another person have worked on for like, oh my God, since we first recognized that marijuana existed. And we managed to keep 1 or 2 plants and seeds of that genre, the naturalization, alive. And this is the first year I've seen what I would say is noteworthy success on it. I am really excited about the season. And I've gone from starting off feeling pretty shitty today again. I've had knee problems and such, stomach problems, rashes. Got boiling. Where is it? There, something right here. I even got a mirror, so I can't tell. It's actually not as bad right now as it was at night, but I can feel this lump inside my cheek, and it feels like a big fucking zit that goes right through. I'm gonna have to look into it. It's starting to get irritating. I haven't had a chance to shave or anything for, well, I think almost a week, week and a half now. Uh, in the situation I'm in, it's not practical. To take the time out to do that, I just don't have it. Or should I give up smoking so I can shave? I don't know. I also want to try and like create more insulation on my head, which is kind of good because back here it gets cold, up here it gets really hot. So I've noticed my hair is a lot thinner right here and almost none along the spot where it's really hot. So I've been putting a lot of stuff back into the ground, turning it over, moving the wood, letting things rot, the rainwater hitting it. I've been putting all my waste from my body in holes down the hill that I've carefully been managing. And so far I'm seeing no problem, none. And I'm really encouraged by it because I hate the smell of shit. I think that's about the main things I wanted to talk about. Give me a second because I don't have a chance to plan out this. It's like, okay, I'll give it a shot. YouTube, I'm not sure why you won't let me upload a direct live on this channel when I got it on my others. But I'm hoping that can be worked out soon and we can just click, bloop, we're on. And having said that, I just realized I've got a live stream on Facebook now through the same channel. So there's a reminder for myself as soon as I review it. I've got my kitchen out here, like literally everything. I've got all the heat and the hydro now turned off inside the trailer. I'm in the outer chamber of the barn where the landlord has been gracious enough to allow me or grant me. I said, look, Tom, it's temporary. It's a transition to get outside and it's keeping me closer to the job. Now, my job here is to regenerate the soil, clean up the land along here. We're on the Niagara Escarpment. I'm talking fast because I only have, I think it's maximum 15 minutes on YouTube for uploads right now for this channel. So that's good because it keeps me from rambling too much. Sticks, bark, on the floor here, okay? This is bits of bark off the tree branches that I brought in. And I've noticed as I do that, it breaks up, the fibers get big, it starts sticking with other stuff. And the next thing you know, that little handful of stuff has become like a ball this big. And I'm finding a lot of garbage with the rodents going through. They literally rip things apart. And I thought about the balance of nature. I've got a wild cat here now. It's been here for 2 winters, 1 summer that I'm aware of. This is going on the 2nd. It's funny because it goes in and it watches, but there's still a shitload of rats. Very few mice, if any, which is good because it starts with mice and they're fucking destructive. And then the rats, I find them a little easier. No offense to mice. And then the weasels, oh my God, you know when they're around because the noise and the speed at which they move through absolute chaos, as it were, just blows my mind. And I know there's at least 2 large snakes here, hopefully a breeding pair that have produced many more. It's interesting because I literally had a dream about snakes the other night. As a kid, that would have creeped me out, but I was pleased to see them. I said, hey guys, they're all over the place. At first it was like, that's too many. And I thought about the rats. That's too many. What happens? Well, I feed these creatures by throwing my food scraps and stuff along the edge of the bank here, out in the open. I know it's terrible, but I get to watch the hawks and eagles or whatever they call it swoop down and fucking pick them up one at a time. I don't know. It's open for discussion. There's things I'm seeing in nature that on one hand is like, yeah, it'd be pretty stupid on a sunny day to go out there and get just that little nibble when you can just stay here and be cozy. Know when to come and go, you know. Been a lot of physical challenges. It's been really cold, hot, but it's not like what you got inside your commercial buildings and your standardized buildings. I get the full spectrum of nature out here, a lot closer, a lot more in my face. Like from where I'm sitting right now, oh, I won't put enough glare there. Okay, that's what I'm looking outside at. Okay, it's better than looking at like just a brick wall or a metal insulated wall. So when I wake up, I'm here. That's what I see when I wake up looking out the window. All right. I don't know if I can get the whole closure there, but a little bit of glare there. And it's basically all clothing that I wear or that has been donated. I always keep some food in the toaster oven. I got limited hydro coming in. Trying to do bare minimal and still be contented and happy. And although it can be challenging, honestly, I find that being out here just makes you want to be outside even more. And with that, I hope everyone's doing well. I know we're all struggling with physical problems, mental problems, emotional problems, societal problems. We got problems. Okay, like a gentleman told me a while ago, let's look at it like a challenge. We're smart people. We've got to be as intelligent as the rats. And I've seen some amazing things they do. Think about it. We got lots to discuss, lots to talk about, and lots to share. And I hope all of you doing your part for Earth first. The soil, regeneration, plants, growth, self-sustenance. Let's break it down, drop it low, figure out what we really got to know, okay? Peace out, everyone.